call it routine. We call it baseline investigations. We want to know what is the baseline investigation of the patient. Okay? So we call it baseline
Okay, ma'am.
investigation. So what are the baseline investigations you've done?
Baseline investigation. Hemoglobin,
Class clerk can call you.
total count, differential count, ESR, blood grouping and typing.
Hmm. Okay. Then,
And,
so what do you expect
and
the
blood
hemoglobin to be? What do you expect the hemoglobin to
hemoglobin
be?
hemoglobin will be reduced, ma'am. Patient will have anemia.
Okay. What about total count? You will have to tell me. Hmm.
Total count and differential count will be raised
Hmm.
because infection chances are present, ma'am.
Okay, then.
Then ESR will also be raised in TB
Hmm.
infection.
Hmm.
Blood grouping and typing is for surgery.
Hmm. Okay, surgical purpose. Okay, then.
Then blood urea will be
Hmm.
raised, ma'am. Uh, blood
Why should
blood
we raise?
urea will be raised.
Why? When there is TB, the
Uh,
patients will have affection of the kidney also.
um,
All the
yes,
TB
ma'am.
patients will have renal failure. Yes, sir.
Not all the TB patients, ma'am. Sometimes because of secondary tuberculosis, kidney might be affected.
Okay. So your what is that? You are going to treat him in such a way he will end up with renal tuberculosis. Yes.
No, ma'am. To rule out whether
So
the
these are
kidney is
all
affected
yes,
or
yes. So these are all the baseline things. So you want to know whether the heart is working properly, whether the kidney is working properly, whether lungs are working properly. Yes. So these are the baseline ones. So you'll have to know all these things, and from that you will infer that the patient is normal or whatever system is affected. Okay.
yes. Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Okay.
Then
Does the patient have
we'll
vomiting?
monitor blood.
Did the patient have
It,
vomiting? Did this
mm,
patient have vomiting? Oh, so you don't know
no,
anything about
ma'am.
this patient. Why?
No, no,
You didn't
ma'am.
attend last week? You didn't
No,
attend
I
last week?
attend. I attended, ma'am.
Then you should know about the case. Then you should know about the case. Also, you are presenting and you will just
Yes,
start
ma'am.
investigations without even knowing the complaints or the history, you said?
No, ma'am. I saw once, ma'am.
Then, oh, so you are like Chitti. You just, you just scan it and Chitti will remember. You don't remember. Huh? Go through the previous slide then. You'll have to know everything.
Ma'am,
That is why I wanted the other person to present. There is a follow-up.
uh, no history of vomiting, ma'am.
Go through that again. Show me the slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ne-
Hmm.
yes, ma'am.
No history of vomiting.
No.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
okay. Go to the present slide now. So the patient doesn't have vomiting. But
Yes.
if the patient has got vomiting, then the electrolytes will have a significant role, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Then again, urine, albumin, sugar deposits, and all are for your renal function. X-ray
Yes,
chest,
ma'am.
ECG. X-ray chest is what view?
X-ray chest. X-ray chest will take in supine view, ma'am, and
Supine view? What is that? Supine view.
sorry, ma'am, anteroposterior.
AP view, are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your friends will help you and they'll come to the chat box at the end of the class. Okay? Yes. Next slide.
Yes, ma'am. Specific investigations will do
Hmm.
ultrasound abdomen, X-ray abdomen,
What
CT
is
scan.
ultrasound abdomen and why do you take? What do you look for?
Ma'am, In ultrasound abdomen, we can rule out the bowel thickening. Bowel thickening is present or not. Mesentery, omentum, peritoneal thickening, and then we can rule out any lymph node enlargement is there or not.
Ma, see, take an ultrasound of the abdomen. What do you look?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you look in an ultrasound?
Uh, we'll see the cecum, ma'am. Cecum will be pulled up, and the angle will be a iliocecal angle.
Ma, as soon as you take the or the probe, ultrasound probe, you'll go look at the cecum only. You will not see what is there in the abdomen. Huh? Just because there is a mass in the right leg fossa or there is a lesion in the right leg fossa, you'll just take the probe and press it there. You'll not see the rest of the abdomen for anything.
I'll see, ma'am.
So what do you look?
Extra intestinal tuberculosis is there or not? We can rule out that, ma'am.
Extra intestinal எங்க இருக்கும்? Brainலியா?
Uh, no, ma'am. Peritoneum, mesentery, then
See,
others.
first of all, you take an ultrasound abdomen, you'll have to scan the whole abdomen to look for, yes, where the lesion is.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
first of all, you don't go wherever the pathologist, do you go palpate the patient straight there?
No,
You have to
ma'am.
go, yes, you have to look out in the other quadrants, and then you'll have to go to the problematic quadrant. Do you understand? Similarly,
Yes, ma'am.
even here. So you do an ultrasound abdomen for what? And the ultrasound abdomen is for solid organs, not for your hollow viscous. And you're telling me so many details about ultrasound abdomen, about the bowel in an ultrasound abdomen. Do you understand? So by
Yes.
taking an ultrasound abdomen, you are ruling out so many things. You are ruling out a liver pathology or spleen pathology, all the solid organs you are ruling out. We cannot rule out any hollow viscous pathology. Okay, ultrasound will not be able to pick up hollow viscous pathology well.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
it is an high frequency ultrasound or an expert who can pick up all these things, the thickening and all that. Even then, it is not all that reliable as a, what are they, better investigation than an ultrasound
Um,
as far as hollow viscous is concerned. As far as bowel is concerned.
barium swallow, ma'am.
No, we go for a CT scan abdomen. Now the CT scan has, yes, it has overtaken all the other investigations like your ultrasound for, especially for viscous, hollow viscous. Understand? And
Okay,
barium
ma'am.
swallow also. So barium
Yes.
series, so barium meal, barium swallow, barium meal follow through, barium enema, all these things, all this has been replaced by your CT scan abdomen. Do you
Yes,
understand?
ma'am.
So much
Yes.
of details you will not know in ultrasound abdomen. It's very difficult and you cannot even confirm. Okay. So this pulled
Okay.
up cecum and all that will be seen in barium only, not in an ultrasound abdomen. Do you
Okay,
get it?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so you're telling me all the signs of barium and not your ultrasound. Okay. So next is an X-ray abdomen. So what do you see in an X-ray abdomen? Are you going to take an erect view or you said supine view or AP view, something you said? What is the view here?
X-ray. X-ray will take AP view, ma'am.
X-ray will take what view? X-ray will
AP
take some
view.
view. X-ray AP view. You're making the patient stand or lie down?
We'll make the patient lie down, ma'am.
Hmm.
Through this, we can rule out intestinal obstruction.
How?
Ma'am, Strictures will be seen, ma'am.
Oh, in an X-ray, stricture will be seen. You can diagnose stricture, okay? How do you diagnose stricture? So there is proximal dilatation. You understand? So because of
Yes,
the dilatation of the bowel, we'll be able to understand that there is an associated obstruction or a stricture. Do you understand? So
yes,
there will
ma'am.
be dilatation of the bowel.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So that is why you take an X-ray of the abdomen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for an X-ray abdomen, supine position is more than sufficient. How do you diagnose a bowel obstruction in an X-ray abdomen? First of all, you'll be able to see the dilated bowel loops. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So dilated bowel loops will be seen. And then they will have some fluid also. When there is obstruction, the fluid is not able to move. It is going to be enema and all the fluid is going to collect inside the lumen. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So there will be
Yes, ma'am.
fluid in the lumen. So all these are questions for you, your exam questions. So there will be dilatation of the bowel and there will also be fluid in the
Flu, lumen,
bowel.
ma'am.
Yes, in the bowel. So with this, it's called multiple air fluid level. So with this, we'll be able to diagnose a bowel obstruction. How do you diagnose a perforation? Now that we're talking about X-ray abdomen, how do you diagnose perforation?
Perforation will ask the patient to be in erect position, and
Yes,
in
good.
X-ray will find
Great.
out the air fluid level below the diaphragm. Air will be collected if there is
Air
perforation in the.
fluid or air is collected?
No, only air will be
Air
received,
fluid
ma'am.
is for obstruction and only air is for perforation. You understand? So this is how
Yes,
you will diagnose um, perforation. Do you understand? So that's about X-ray abdomen.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hmm. So that's about X-ray abdomen. What about your CT scan?
Ma'am, in CT scan, we can do CT to take aspiration, ma'am, aspiration of fluid if there is ascites, and we can see whether there is
First of
ileocecal
all,
wall.
yes, first of all, you will get some details that are not seen in an X-ray abdomen, I mean, ultrasound abdomen. So all your bowel thickening, all that will be seen in CT.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So further details, what you were not able to get in an ultrasound abdomen, you will get it in a CT abdomen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes. Next.
Mis
So not
mesenteric
only about the
thick.
mass in the right iliac fossa, it also gives you details about the surrounding structures, what it is. And it confirms that the what lesion is in the ileocecal region. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next.
Next, we'll do Mantoux test, ma'am, to rule
Hmm.
out tuberculosis.
Hmm.
Then sputum, we'll collect sputum and do
Okay, does the
acid
patient
fast.
have cough?
Yes, ma'am. Patient has cough,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay, wake off.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're going to send the sputum for AFP. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then
Uh, then we'll do back tech also, ma'am.
what is that?
Back tech, it is to detect the microbacterial growth, whether TB is present in the sputum or not. Um,
Okay, then that's
uh,
all.
then barium meal follow through will be done, ma'am.
That's not done nowadays. Okay, it has become obsolete. Instead, we do a plain scan of the abdomen or a CT scan of the abdomen. So, CT scan of the contrast enhanced CT scan of the abdomen is better than your barium follow through and all that. So, we don't go for barium follow through, especially in cases where there is obstruction and the bowel is distended Then if there is obstruction, then how will barium will get into? You understand? So nowadays we don't do barium meal follow through or anything to do with barium unless it's really indicated and you're not able to get the details from CT scan or a CT scan is contraindicated. Do you
Okay,
understand?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But should be able to answer anything about barium.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Then in treatment, we'll give anti-tubercular drugs. First, we'll correct nutrition of the status, ma'am, because patient is weak,
Nutrition of the
ma'am.
status.
No, we'll correct
Nutrition of the
nutrition of the patient.
patient status. Yeah. Okay. So what's wrong with the nutrition of the patient? So who gets affected by tuberculosis and how do they get the tuberculosis?
HIV infected patients, they get affected by tuberculosis, ma'am. Even immunocompromised patients get easily affected by tuberculosis.
So who gets tuberculosis? So what happens in HIV patients? Why do they get tuberculosis? Yes. What is it? என்ன காயத்ரி
Yes, ma'am.
பாப்பாரு ஒரே காயத்ரி காயத்ரியா இருக்கு
Ma'am, their immunity is weak, ma'am, so they get affected by
So
tuberculosis.
people who have whose immunity is reduced, yes,
Yes, ma'am.
then they are prone to chronic infections, and here it is tuberculosis. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
people from lower socioeconomic class, people who are nutritionally poor, people who live in crowded places, people who are on some other treatment, immunomodulators. So all these people are like to get chronic infections, especially of the tuberculosis, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now this is a primary disease or a secondary tuberculosis, we said?
Ma'am, it is a primary disease. Sorry, secondary disease, ma'am. First, they had cough with expectorations, ma'am.
Virka, patient go.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the patient had cough with expectoration followed by
Pain in
abdomen.
the right iliac. Yes, ma'am.
Is it so?
Yes, ma'am.
So you want to say that the infection is secondary to pulmonary tuberculosis.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now go through the history, rush through, go to that. 1 month only, but pain abdomen. So which came first?
Ma'am, pain is present since 1.5 months, ma'am. Ma'am, but the pain was dull aching type of pain, and it did not affect the patient's daily activity. So they didn't come up.
Oh, so it was present for more than 1.5 months.
Yes, ma'am.
வரும் அப்பப்போ இப்படிதான் வரும். Gayatri.
Yes, ma'am.
The patient had pain abdomen first, followed by cough. This is what is given here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so pain abdomen, 1.5 months, and then the patient has got cough.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
you're saying The patient had pulmonary tuberculosis, and that has caused the abdominal tuberculosis. Now, which is right and which is wrong?
Ma'am, patient already has had TB 35 years back and he was treated, ma'am.
Oh, don't tell me that TB is still continuing for 35 years. So, all the
Okay,
doctors who
ma'am.
treated them were wrong. For 35 years, he has been living with tuberculosis. Is it so? என்னடா
Ma'am, no, ma'am, I don't know, ma'am.
ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கு. Abdominal tuberculosis is secondary to pulmonary tuberculosis. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. But it can be primary also.
Okay,
That is
ma'am.
rare. That is rare. Usually it is secondary to pulmonary tuberculosis.
Okay, ma'am.
Sometimes the pulmonary component will be so subtle or it would have subsided, okay, and the patient
Yes, ma'am.
presents with only abdominal tuberculosis. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that would have started, that would have ended, but this would have continued. The abdominal tuberculosis would have continued. Or the pulmonary part of it will be so mild that the patient will not be aware of it, but the intestinal part of it will be a little more.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
initially, the primary component what we thought was always secondary to pulmonary tuberculosis.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So here
Yes.
also this is what you say we should expect. The patient must have had this pulmonary tuberculosis for some time. The patient would have been
Yes, ma'am.
unaware of it. ஓ அதுக்குள்ள தேங்க்யூ எல்லாம் போட்ட
Um,
ம்
no, ma'am.
ம் So the patient would have been unaware of it, and then the patient lands up with
Right
abdominal
iliac fossa.
tuberculosis. Yes. Now, isn't our virulent type of tuberculosis or dull type of tuberculosis? Not so virulent. It has to be virulent one because the lungs as well as the abdomen is affected because of this. Yes?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So you should be all the more careful. So the patient would have been immunocompromised a lot. So you wouldn't have had proper nutrition, or you must have been living in a, what is that?
Lower
Ah,
socioeconomic.
yes, where there is crowding, overcrowding, and maybe the patient has got it this way. Okay. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
why does it affect the can the what part of the organs in the body the tuberculosis can affect? The whole body
Ma'am,
I'm talking about. Yes.
whole body. It can be intestinal and extra-intestinal.
Yes.
Intestinal, if it affects, it can be ulcerative, hyperplastic, or if ileum is involved, stitches will be present, ma'am.
இந்த கதையெல்லாம் நான் கேட்கல. இதெல்லாம் நீ எடுத்து வச்சுட்டு படிப்ப. I don't want all this. You answer my question. What are the parts of the
Lungs,
body? கேட்ட கொஸ்டின் ஆன்சர் படும். நீ எடுத்து முன்னாடி வச்சுட்டு இருக்க பேப்பர்ன்றதுக்காக யூ வில் ரீட் இட் ஃப்ரம் தட் இஸ் இட்?
ma'am.
That is why I don't even ask you from those.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
asking you from what you're answering.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Lungs will be affected, ma'am. Intestine will be affected.
Mm.
Liver will be affected, ma'am.
Mm.
And spleen will be affected.
Mm.
Spleen, affected, ma'am. Genitourinary system will be rarely affected, ma'am.
Hmm.
And lymph nodes will be affected, ma'am. Abdominal lymph nodes.
Abdomen dana, primary complex, gone focus. You don't get TB nodes in the neck. Tuberculosis
Yes, ma'am.
adenitis, that is what we talk about. Cholestadapsis. Then why do you say abdomen lymph nodes? What Gayatri? Hmm? என்ன silent ஆயிட்ட? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. So TB cervical adenitis ஞாபகம் வரலையா?
ஞாபகம் வரல, ma'am.
ஞாபகம் வரலையா?
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. So, and what about the brain? Brain doesn't get affected?
Yes, ma'am. TB meningitis.
Yes, tuberculoma, brain, TB, meningitis, all. So, those all parts of the body, right? Right? Can alone be affected. Can't it be the jejunum or other parts of the ileum or colon, rectum, anal canal? What? Why should it be ileocecal region?
Because, ma'am, pear patches are present in the ileal region, ma'am, and it
Pear.
has,
What is the spelling pear?
ma'am, P-E-Y-E-R-S, pears
Okay.
patches. PS patches, and it has M cells, ma'am. These M cells will phagocytose the microbacterium, and they'll send it to the host cells for further reaction, ma'am.
So the distal ileum is affected. So what are the changes that occur? Hmm. Tuberculosis causes what? You were talking about so many things now.
Yes, ma'am.
What are all the types?
Ma'am, three types are there, ma'am. Ulcerative, hyperplastic, and if ileum is involved, stricture will be formed, ma'am.
Wherein if ileum is involved, stricture is formed.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
not, apna where else it is affected, and what gets affected there? What forms there? வேற என்ன வந்த ஸ்ட்ரிக்சர் வராதா?
Stricture varum, ma'am.
So what happens? Hyperplastic, ulcerative, what happens?
Ma'am, in ulcerative, transverse ulcer will be formed, ma'am, and it heals by forming a scar. So stitcher will be formed here also,
Yes,
ma'am.
good. So transverse means longitudinal is along the bowel. Transverse is across. Yes. If it's going to be
Yes.
around ulcer, it causes stricture. So stricture causes obstruction. Obstruction causes proximal dilatation. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So in ileocecal tuberculosis or TB abdomen, there is always stricture. It's not a single stricture. There are multiple strictures, especially in the ileocecal region, and there is proximal dilatation of the bowel. So if you take an X-ray, you will be able to see bowel dilatation as well as multiple air fluid levels. You understand? So
Yes,
5
ma'am.
or more levels of fluid are seen, then we call it obstruction. There are other questions. What are all the normal air fluid level that is present in the, what is that, bowel and all that? That you will have to read. Okay. So now
Yes, ma'am.
there is obstruction because the ulcer has become a stricture, and the stricture has caused obstruction, and the obstruction is called dilatation. Do you understand? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, because of all this fibrosis and hyperplastic changes, it is very difficult for a perforation to occur. Perforation doesn't occur in a case of TB abdomen. It is usually an obstruction. When the obstruction becomes more and the dilatation becomes more, yes, and when it's not able to withstand the dilatation, then a perforation can occur. Do you understand?
Yes,
Otherwise,
ma'am.
it is only the obstruction. So when you talk about TB abdomen, you're supposed to talk about bowel obstruction and not bowel perforation. Whereas when we
Okay.
talk about acid peptic disease, we talk about perforation or obstruction.
Perforation, ma'am.
Yes, we talk about perforation. Similarly, your amoebic ulcers, there also what happens? Obstruction or perforation?
Perforation will be there,
Perforation
ma'am.
occurs, yes. In tuberculosis, obstruction occurs. So tuberculosis is an exception. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now you know that the patient would have had a pulmonary tuberculosis, and this abdominal tuberculosis is maybe secondary to pulmonary tuberculosis. Do you understand? So you'll have to
Yes, ma'am.
investigate for both the pulmonary and the abdominal component,
Okay,
right?
ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
you'll have to rule out pulmonary component before you confirm it is to be a purely abdominal component. Now, if it's pulmonary, what do you do?
Um,
If the lungs are affected and the bowel affection is mild, what do you do?
Ma'am, will give anti-tubercular drugs to the patient.
So, what are the categories and what are the drugs that you give?
Ma'am, first we'll try with first line drugs, ma'am.
Mm,
Isoniazid, ethambutol, rifampicin, and pyrazinamide.
mm.
And we'll see whether the patient
You are
condition is.
supposed to talk about per kg body weight or in square meters. And for how long? What is the category I said?
Ma'am, if patient weight is 25 to 34 kg, in intensive phase, ma'am,
What is the, you're talking about pediatric age. What is the normal average weight we talk about?
average weight will take 60 kgs, ma'am.
Then why do you talk about 25 to 30 kg? You're more interested in pediatrics?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am.
None of us are going to be 25 or 30 kg.
Yes,
Even if it's
ma'am.
going to be a tuberculosis patient, at least if it's going to be an adult, the patient will be 35 or 40 kg at least. Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, carry on.
Ma'am, we'll give isoniazid, rifampicin, pyrazinamide, and ethambutol for 2 months, and then followed by 4 months, we'll give isoniazid, rifampicin, and ethambutol, ma'am.
What about your extra pulmonary tuberculosis?
Ma'am, with this treatment itself, it gets healed, ma'am.
Suppose it doesn't.
If it doesn't heal, if it leads to any complications,
Hmm.
we'll do surgery, ma'am.
What complications?
Complications, obstruction, perforation, bowel obstruction, perforation.
So just now I said tuberculosis causes obstruction or perforation. So telling me both.
Ma'am, abscess formation,
Hmm.
and if there is any fistula formation.
Hmm. So in these cases, only because of complications you go for surgery. Otherwise, the patient has to be managed conservatively. That is only with drugs and symptomatic management.
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now what is the surgery you're going to do?
Surgery, if only one stitcher is present, we'll do stitcheroplasty, ma'am.
Hmm. What is stitcheroplasty? Hmm? So it's easy to say resection and anastomosis. Do you understand? So remove
Yes.
the stricture part of it and you anastomose the normal part of the bowel. Otherwise, you go for this ileocecal region is affected. Both the distal ileum and the cecum is affected. Yes, so you go for what?
Ileocecal resection.
So what does it mean? You'll have to remove that part of the ileum and part of the ascending colon also, cecum and the ascending colon. Yes, and anastomose the rest of the remaining ileum to the ascending colon. So that's called limited resection. Earlier, we were removing the whole ascending colon, and so we used to do a right hemicolectomy. But now, because of this is a benign lesion, and you go for a limited resection. So you anastomose the proximal part of the cut ileum, resected ileum, to the ascending colon. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's called resection and anastomosis or limited resection. All this you will do only if there are any complications like obstruction in
Complications.
the ileocecal region.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
surgery is indicated only for complications. If the
Okay.
bowel is highly affected, your antituberculous treatment is more than sufficient. Now, having opened the abdomen, how do you know this is tuberculosis? You doubt, you suspect abdominal tuberculosis, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Only have a doubt that it is abdominal wall, abdominal tuberculosis. How do you diagnose abdominal tuberculosis when you open the abdomen? How will it be? You have done a laparotomy, and how will it be? So as soon as you open, it is a flared up case of tuberculosis. You can see tubercles nodules. They are called tubercles everywhere. So the peritoneum, the omentum, everywhere will be studded with small white nodules, tubercles they are called. You understand? So as soon as
Yes.
you open the abdomen, you will be able to diagnose these tubercles. You will be able to see these tubercles. And they will be ascites. This ascites is exudative or transudative? Is it exudate?
Exudative.
So it is an exudate. So exudate contains more of protein or less of protein?
More proteins will be there,
Yes.
ma'am.
So exudate has excess proteins. So that is there. So it will be a little slimy also. And the bowel will be fibrinolysis. Okay. So there will be a little sticky. Yes. There will be flimsy adhesions. You understand? So,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, all these additions will be there, and the addition itself will cause obstruction. You understand? So, not only the ileocecal region, but these additions can also cause obstruction. Okay,
Mhm.
and you're supposed
Yes,
to
ma'am.
take a if you're not going to operate, if it is inoperable, if there are a lot of additions that you're not able to negotiate or manipulate anything, then you take a biopsy. If you're not able to do a definitive procedure, you take a biopsy and then having known the biopsy result, then you go for antituberculous treatment. Sometimes even a malignancy can mimic this way. Okay, so you'll have
Yes.
to, if you're not going to operate, if you're going to operate, of course, you will get the specimen for histopathological examination. If it is inoperable, then you take biopsy from the peritoneum or omentum. Yes, and so after obtaining the result, then you put the patient on antituberculous treatment. Do you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how you manage tuberculosis. Yes. What about the other structures in the right iliac fossa? What about the other structures in the right iliac fossa? Now we've concentrated only on ileocecal tuberculosis. What are the other structures that can cause a mass in the right iliac fossa? Differential
Appendix,
diagnosis.
ma'am.
Yes, appendicular mass. Appendicular mass is a malignant mass or an inflammatory mass?
It's inflammatory mass, ma'am.
It's an inflammatory mass. Yes. So, an inflammatory mass, appendicular mass is going to be an acute one or a chronic one?
Uh, acute will be acute
Acute.
inflammation.
Okay. So, an acute inflammation. Yes. So, what is this mass made of? The appendix forms a mass, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, the appendix
Yes,
that is
ma'am.
this size will be edematous and it will become this size, a mass size. What, Gayatri?
Um,
Okay, so your friends will come to the chat box with the answer for mass, appendicular mass. So what it contains. What is this appendicular mass made of? Okay, yes. Okay, so acute appendicitis, yes, after some time it becomes a mass. Okay, so what it is
yes,
made of, your friends will answer it for you. Now, suppose a mass forms, yes, how will
yes,
you
ma'am.
diagnose this mass? What will be the features of this mass? It is going to be tender and painful, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the patient will have features of appendicitis, nausea, vomiting, fever,
Yes, ma'am.
raised CBC, yes? Okay. So when the mass develops, are you going to operate on the patient or you're going to put the patient on conservative management?
Ma'am, we will operate the patient, ma'am.
So you'll operate on the appendicular mass, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's because you don't know what the mass contains. The mass contains so many things that if you operate on the mass, all the structures will be injured. So, when there is a mass, you defer surgery. Pray opposite சொல்ற காயத்ரி. Okay, so you don't perform surgery when a mass develops. Of course, the mass can also form abscess, appendicular abscess. Appendicular abscess can also present as a mass. The patient will be toxic, yes, highly tender. So if the patient develops an appendicular abscess, then what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to put the patient on conservative management or are you going to operate on the patient? Gayatri, I think you're attending a surgery class.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if abscess is present, we'll do surgery, ma'am.
Yes, wherever an abscess is present, you'll have to let it out. Yes? So you'll have to do a surgery and let out the abscess. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Whereas if it's going to be a mass without an abscess, what are you going to do?
Um,
Mass without abscess.
ma'am, we won't operate, ma'am.
So mass without abscess, an appendicular mass without an abscess, you're going to put the patient on conservative management. Whereas if there is a mass with abscess, if you diagnose it with an abscess, then you're going to operate immediately and let out the pus, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So one more one will be your, so this is, we are talking about, what is that, acute mass. It can become chronic. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So if it is a chronic mass, what does that mean? That the patient is not responding to your management. Okay, so a patient presents with acute appendicitis. If the treatment is not proper, the patient goes for an appendicular mass, and if you're not going to treat the patient properly, then the patient can go for a chronic mass. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the patient has to be put on conservative management if there is a chronic mass. And if it's an acute mass, then you'll have to observe the patient. And what is this interval appendicectomy?
Interval.
Acute appendicitis, we go for an emergency appendicectomy. What is interval appendicectomy? When you do it, is an elective one. Okay. So
Yes,
the
ma'am.
patient gets an attack of appendicitis. In between two attacks, you're supposed to remove off the appendix. That is called interval appendicectomy. Otherwise, the
Yes.
patient will again get the
Appendicitis.
so that's about your appendix and appendicectomy and appendicular mass and an appendicular abscess. Do you understand? So here again, it will be a little vague because it's an inflammatory one and it's going to be tender. Okay. Now, what is the
Yes.
other differential diagnosis? Carcinoma cecum, right? So how will the
Yes.
patient present? Yes, what will the patient present with? Carcinoma cecum.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, mass won't. Hard, nodular hard mass will be there, ma'am, in
Yes,
right
good.
iliac.
So, very good. I'm very happy at last. So, it will be a hard mass. Okay. So, that is how you diagnose uh, carcinoma cecum. And it will be so far behind, it will be so deep inside. And it will not be a huge one, it will be a small one. Okay. So,
Yes.
that is how you diagnose carcinoma cecum. And the patient will be hale and healthy.
No, ma'am. Patient will be anemic, ma'am.
Patient will be a running.
Anemic, ma'am.
Anemic, yes. So nutritionally poor, anemic. Yes. The patient will have altered bowel habits. Anemia, asthenia, hypoproteinemia, all these he'll have. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that is how you diagnose carcinoma cecum. So if there is a hard mass, an irregular one, ill-defined one in the right iliac fossa. So that is how you diagnose carcinoma cecum. So which one is more common? I said in our department, which mass? Carcinoma
Appendicitis.
cecum. Yes, appendicular mass is so common. You understand? But you don't get it for your exam because there's an acute one, it's an inflammatory one, the patient is sick, the patient will have pain and tenderness, that is why it's not given for you for your exam. Okay? And ileocecal tuberculosis is given because it is more common than carcinoma cecum. And carcinoma cecum, the patient also presents too late to us, and it's very difficult to pick up the hard mass in the right leg fossa. You understand? Because they come in
Yes.
the later stage. Patient will be too sick by then. So these are the things that we'll have to discuss. Sometimes an incarcerated hernia can also be presenting. So anything and everything can be present. But these are the common ones that are present.
Yes, ma'am.
Understand? Yes. Is it okay? Should we call it a day? Questions. Yes. What are the questions? Read out the questions. Come to the chat box. Chest X-ray. What view? Regularly, what we take the regular ones. What X-ray is that? X-ray chest, what view? Adida? Yes, good. So it's a PA view. If you want, எல்லாருமே போட்டாங்க, very good, very good. Only Gayatri doesn't know. All the others are answering. Yes? Okay. Now, if you want to concentrate on the lungs, then you can take an AP view. You understand? If you want to concentrate on the lungs, then you can take an AP view. Okay, good. What is the other question?
Formation of appendicular mass.
Yes. What is that? What forms? Second question. Kausalya, Kavyava, adenadu? Lavanya, Janani, adenadu? Kirtana, Gauri, Kamarush. சரி இதெல்லாம் வெறும் அதிலே இருக்கிறீங்க. Go to the next question. Where is the answer for that?
Formation of appendicular mass.
Okay, an appendicular mass. We call an appendicular mass. Yes? படிடா பேரோட படி.
Kausalya, greater omentum, loops of small intestine.
Very good.
Named appendix, adjacent viscera, greater omentum.
Adjacent viscera என்னமா? Okay, next.
Minima, omentum, terminal ileum, cecum.
Very good.
Janani,
Okay, good. So this is how it is. Okay, when are we finishing this posting? Yes, when are we finishing this posting, ma?
Ma'am, for D-batch it is 18th of August, ma'am.
18th of August. So one more month.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
C-batch,
Huh?
for C-batch it is 13th of July, ma'am.
So both the batches are attending?
Yes, ma'am.
அது எப்படி இருக்கும்? Next week will be again here, is it, for the class?
Yes, ma'am.
So we're not finishing by then.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so all of you have presented?
No,
How many
ma'am.
have presented? How presented? How many have presented so far?
Ma'am, in fourth unit, 4 of them have presented, ma'am.
Okay, what about the others?
Remaining 4 is there, ma'am.
Oh, 4 of you, 8 of you totally. Where are the boys? They are present or still in GCC? As is all girls unit, no?
No, ma'am. Actually, 2 boys are there.
2 boys are there, they never came. Yes? Last time you said they've gone to GCC. Are they now? Are the boys here? Only Gokul was present last time. Where is Gokul now? Gokul, are you there? Gokul is not here this time.
Ma'am.
Gokul is here.
Ma'am.
Is that Gokul?
Yes, ma'am, it's me. Ma'am.
Yes, good. Okay, Gokul, you can go. Now, what about the other boys?
Ma'am, for fourth unit, other boys, can I call out names, ma'am?
You said you don't know them at all. You don't
Uh,
look at boys, you don't talk to boys, you don't know anything about boys.
Ma'am,
You
that's
don't
another.
know them. Oh,
Ma'am,
another
that,
Gayatri. Another Gayatri doesn't know.
that is another Kaushalya, ma'am. This
Oh,
is Karthik.
Okay, okay. Kausalya, yes, or somebody, yes?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
oh, she is the one who doesn't know.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Gayatri knows.
Ma'am, this is Karthika, ma'am.
Kartika, okay, Kartika. Why, what happened? They should be able to hear me, no? No.
Yes, ma'am.
That means they are not here. So, both the boys in our unit are not here.
Three
So,
boys,
what
ma'am. Kauri, Shankar, Hariharan, MJ, Hariharan, R.
Nobody is here. The only boy I know in this batch is Gokul. What about Hani? Is Hani present?
Yes, ma'am.
Hani is present, good. Yes, Hani. Which unit you are in?
Ma'am, fourth unit only, ma'am.
Fourth unit. Okay, so be prepared for tomorrow, I mean next week's class then. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
we'll call it a day. Yes, you can go. Yeah, bye. Yes, bye.